Coming up next, I'm going to show you how marketing, changing of bottles, and just changing of the whole kind of branding can completely change how the perfume looks and maybe even smells to some people. I'm going to give you a couple examples of how this works. Stay tuned, it's coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to JoelTheNose here at Osme Perfumery on another beautiful day. Okay, this is something a totally different type of topic, but I think will be very interesting to a lot of my viewers, and that is how perfumes can be marketed in different countries or different regions, even though they're the same perfume. And maybe because of different reasons, companies do this. And so I'm going to give you a couple examples. First, let's go right to one of the most recognizable brands, niche brands worldwide, and that is, of course, Roja Parfums from Roja Dove. What I'm holding here now is the just released Isola Blue perfume. Look at that bottle. Of course, all his bottles are beautiful. There's just, love that kind of light blue concept going on here. But did you know what this was before? This is the perfume formerly known as Oligarch. Oligarch, if you remember, came out a few years ago, but about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, when Russia had invaded Ukraine, became very obviously controversial. The name Oligarch, which refers to obviously Russian history, and well, there's still oligarchs around, but that combination led Roja Parfums to basically discontinue that name. But the perfume, it's a very kind of citrusy, lemon, grapefruit, very fresh, perfect for this time of year, by the way, spring fragrance, summer fragrance, really nice. They didn't want to do away with the perfume, so what did? They pulled all the perfumes back from the distributors, pulled them back from the stores that were called Oligarch. So if you have one, hold on to it. It's going to probably be worth some decent money eventually. And they came out with Isola Blue. So here it is, completely rebranded and redistributed and now available worldwide as Isola Blue. Interestingly, I actually think this new version really goes better with the name. I think Oligarch, to me, when I think of Oligarch, I think of Russian history. I think of something a little bit darker, something maybe a little bit more, woody, and I don't know. I just think of wood bars and cigars and cigarettes. This this name, I think, goes actually a lot better. So this might have helped them, but it's very interesting. So this was Oligarch. You can look up the note breakdowns, go to Fragrantica, go wherever you look for note breakdowns. You'll see exact same notes as Oligarch. And we have a guest here. You guys know Maurice? Yeah, you want to add something?
Sure. So I think with the Oligarch, yes, it has like this very tart, citrus, spicy thing going on, but it's such a crazy thing how the look of the bottle even makes you think that this is, so I thought that this was more dark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
So I thought that Oligarch was a dark perfume. It reminded me of something from the 1980s. It reminded me of, like, yes, it's a citrus perfume, in my opinion, but I always thought it was a darker citrus. However,
oh, that's what I was saying also. Yeah, okay.
I'm agreeing.
Okay.
But when I saw the colors, this turquoise blue, this watery, the marketing and everything behind it makes me almost forget how dark it is. Mm-hmm. It makes you think, okay, wow, this is 100% like fresh aquatic style of perfume. It is such an important thing when it comes on to marketing and colors and how the colors can kind of make you think a different way. I think it's just...
And even the words, right? The name. And this goes to psychology. If you read about the psychology of smell, because we don't have words like that correspond with colors. Like when you say red, you know what red means, right? Of course. But with smells, you can't do that. So words become very powerful, and can really change your perception, because you had Oligarch here for a while, and I just smelled it. And I swear, at first I thought I was smelling two different perfumes, even though they're exactly the same.
An Oligarch gives you this serious, this uber masculine kind of feel. But now all of a sudden, this is in a turquoise,
Yeah.
cap and a watery color, and now you're thinking, I guess this can be worn more for the summer.
Absolutely. It's, again, how the marketing, the wording, the colors can change your perception. So when you first smell it, you're thinking something completely different. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, totally agree. Marketing is amazing. So that's why sometimes when it comes on to, you have to try the perfumes for yourself. You have to get your nose on it and see what you think. Because at the end of the day, all the marketing is just to convey a message that they want us to kind of see. But at the end, you are your own expert, and you have to be able to smell it and to say, you know what, I disagree or I agree. This is what I want, or this is what I'm thinking. Because perfumes are supposed to be personal. So
Yeah.
you got to smell it, see what, how it makes you feel, and then you make your own.
You are your own best critic, really.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
Exactly.
that's what it comes down to. And in fact, since I have you here, why don't we just bring up one another example? And this is from the niche house Gatal, Onic Gatal, which is one of the very first niche fragrances, right?
Yes.
The very first niche brands. These guys really are like OGs in the niche fragrance world. But what I find very interesting here is that this fragrance, which is called Eau d'Adrien or Eau d'Adrien,
Yes.
it's an Eau de Parfum. And we have the same perfume right here, two completely different bottles. In fact, let's just hold, if we can, let's kind of hold them up here. All right. So there you guys, you can see these are two totally different bottles. And if you're looking at them, I think most people get the impression that this one is more feminine looking.
True.
And this one is more
masculine.
more masculine. It just my immediate perception. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I think that's what they were doing. And this one is what is for sale here in the United States.
Correct.
And this one is for sale in other parts of the world.
Yeah, so the same exact perfume, just different packaging and marketed to, I guess, either sex.
It's really like, again, if I walked in, I may just perception-wise kind of walk past this one because I'm
Yeah.
thinking, okay, this is not, maybe not, even though, as we
Perfumes
all know,
are unisex.
right? But again, it goes to marketing.
Marketing.
Some companies still take fragrances and they want to push it more towards one gender or another, and they market it a certain way. But it is really interesting why or they chose to do it that way.
So, an interesting thought is, and I'm sure you're going to agree. So, in some parts of the world, let's use Europe, men wear a lot of rose. Men wear a lot of florals.
Yeah.
Here in the States, not so much. So it depends on what is in the perfume and what gender they're trying to market to.
Ah, yes.
So what
Great
happened
point.
is, this perfume is like a green herbal, fresh
Yeah.
style of a perfume. But I think in the USA, they have chosen to market this bottle because they feel that the person that's going to respond to this more is going to be the woman. And I think in Europe, where guys are more into wearing more florals and more the roses, the gardenias,
The white florals, the
Exactly.
jasmines, yeah.
then this might be for that market. But
Yeah.
same perfume, different bottle, it's all about marketing.
So depending where you are in the world, you're going to see a different bottle. You're going to see it marketed differently, but it's the same juice. We have them right here. This is the bottle that I was holding, and then I have the other scent strip here. Is the bottle that Maurice has. I mean, it's exactly the
Exact same
same.
thing.
Amazing. So again, the point of this video is to show that, as Maurice summarized, you got to look at the marketing. They are trying to push. They are selling things. They're trying to push a certain narrative. And because we're more susceptible when it comes to smell, we're more susceptible to that persuasion that they're giving us. But at the end of the day, you got to put it on your skin. You got to
True.
smell it. And you got to be your own best critic as far as what works for you, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So that is it as far as this kind of interesting twist on marketing. Wanted to bring that to you. Maurice and I have been talking about that a lot recently. We thought it would make a good video for you guys to see. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.
Perfume.
See you guys later.